Hello and welcome back to the Open Resourcery. It's Devi, and today we are going to be covering another shadow work prompt. So this one is coming on the heels of me starting to reread Women Who Run with Wolves. So I've already recommended this in my own reading recommendations, but just finishing chapter 1 all over again, I do have the prompt here to gather bones. So if you do not know the story of La Loba, please go read it, come back, and let's discuss. So in the story, La Loba is the woman who is gathering bones in the desert, and she is bringing them back to her cave. She is not the attractive woman. She is not the epitome of beauty, but she is the core and complete soul of all womanhood overall. Clarissa Pinkola Estés describes her as la que sabe, so the one who knows. And in that, she is finding these bones in the desert, and she brings them back to her cave or her hut, dependent on your own visual of it. And once she has collected all of the bones of this being, she sits and decides on a song to sing over the bones. And singing over the bones, it starts to come back to life, and we see the wolf rise, and we see the flesh come back. We see the muscles and the sinews and the claws and the teeth, all of it, as a complete being revived. So with that story in mind and seeing how this being is coming back from being completely dried bones, these aspects which most people give no regard, it is only a reminder that something once lived, but those bones are now part of a living being once again. That being is now whole and complete once again. What are your bones? So, in terms of the psyche, in terms of your own shadow, in terms of your own work that you have to do for yourself, in figuring out who you are, what you are, and how you fully express, because society is going to try and place us into a box that is either too big or too small or too this or too that, and it is never truly the full picture. It is too hot or too cold or just too much or too little. But we have to make it just right for us. We have to form our life for us, not for anybody else. And so in that, I want you to think, what are the indestructible pieces of you? What is your structural being? What are the actual building blocks of you? What are the pieces that no matter what somebody does, they can take away everything, but they cannot take away this? What are they? Are they traits of yours? Are they behaviors, natural tendencies, talents? What are your bones? The things which everything else hangs on. And it cannot be societally driven. It has to be you driven. Maybe it is, in fact, your closeness to a deity. This is something that is so deep within you that no matter what happened, it would never be taken away. It could never be corrupted. Maybe it is a complete and total love and appreciation for arts, even or especially in every aspect, even ones that most don't understand. Performance art, things of that nature. Strange music that others don't quite get. What are your bones? What are your true building blocks? And I'll tell you one of mine. It is my curiosity. You can't kill my curiosity, regardless of what you do. You can't kill the spirit that seeks to know. That is an aspect of me that is so large that must be the rib cage. It has to be. The entire thing. Sternum and all. My curiosity. You cannot destroy it. So what are the indestructible pieces of you? The things that it didn't matter what adversity you were facing. No one can take away. Because, quite frankly, in my own shadow work, in my own discoveries, I don't know what all of them are. I don't know how to describe them as of yet. And it is something that I am delving into as an exercise while I reread this book again and figure out for myself. Because knowing yourself is the best thing that you can do. So that you know exactly what's right for you. And you can feel it in every aspect of you when something is wrong for you. So even if you can't identify all of them at this moment, I encourage you. Find your bones. Identify them. Figure out what they are. It is an exercise in curiosity of the self, but I think it's more of an exercise in self-love. So this is Devi on the Opener Sorcery, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Goodbye.